Good evening.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hopefully this is working, guys. How you guys all doing? Welcome.
Ready for some magic?
You beautiful early access bastards. Don't tell everyone, but you guys are my favorites. But also the producers, but also the posh slugs.
Oh, you should see what he says to the posh slugs. See what he sends them, and you can too for another $90.
I'm very excited for movie night.
Daniel, I just watched that artificial curtain open. That was gorgeous.
Yeah, that's probably why it fucking broke 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's basically Star Wars. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us for an amazing movie night. Hopefully this is all working. This is all new tech to us.
Yes.
So, you know, there will be some Zimmos, there will be some gremlins going on. Because when you try and add people from different places, it's quite hard. But hey, this is what you guys pay for. You get to see us raw.
Oh.
When you watch this back, you're going to get quite annoyed because in this bit, there's actually quite a lot of crowd noise, a lot of people talking before the movie. So you might have to tell them off.
Oh no!
There's like there's a low murmur around. Fucking shut up.
Is it really? If I hear anything talking during the film, but that's not true actually, because we will be talking kind of during the film. But what we will say is no spoilers in the chat, and we won't be spoiling anything as we're going as well. But we'll have a big old chat about the Prestige afterwards. But yeah, because there are a lot of people in the chat I've seen just before who've never seen this film before, which is very cool.
That's crazy. What a weird way to watch it for the first time.
I know. Idiots, no.
You clowns. What are you doing?
I mean, this is completely...
Turn the shit off.
You can mute us. It is worth pointing out, if you haven't read anything, obviously we're not going to be showing the film up above because we'd quite like our channel to still exist next week. So you have to have your own copy of the movie, buy or rent it. You've probably got 5 minutes. Then we're going to give you a countdown from 10 seconds. Have it on 0 seconds on the file. That's what me, Gavin, and Rory are going to do. 0 seconds. And then when I say play, I'll go 3, 2, 1, play.
Yeah.
You press play.
Okay. Cool. So like I think the version that I've got on my computer is the same as the version I checked it earlier. Is the same as the version that I've got on Blu-ray. So hopefully we'll be kind of, similarly timed. But yeah.
Luca Buntic says, my Prestige is 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 26 seconds. Is that right for anyone else? Mine is 27 seconds. So I'm afraid that you've got the wrong copy.
Get out.
This is going to be ruined for you.
Delete
that second. You got to see every second.
We get one more second of magic, baby. Benjamin Booster said, what about the promos? We should, for the next movie, make some fake RKG trailers.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, in a world.
I think it is on Netflix in the US and maybe other countries as well, but not in ours, unfortunately.
Wow.
Not in the good one. But yeah, it'll be okay. I mean, it's not an exact science. Daniel's done this amazing, cool little slideshow, so you can kind of keep up with what's going on in our video anyway. So it should be pretty good.
Yeah, so you'll always roughly know where we are in the film.
Yeah.
And then after so during the film, you need to put us on a second screen. We're going to chat a little bit. Obviously, you can mute us if you want, but probably not because it's going to be gold. And then after the movie's finished, we're going to probably chat for 30 minutes, maybe more.
Yeah.
And do questions and get some comments in.
Yeah. Benjamin Booth says yes with all the company logos and everything. I think there's 3 idents at the beginning of it. So, but yeah. So let's we'll try it anyway. It's obviously not an exact science, but
yeah, and also we're not doing a play-by-play commentary. So if it's slightly out of sync, it's not going to really matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
You ready for the sync?
Oh boy.
It's going to count down from 10 seconds.
Okay.
So but just get ready. Get your controllers ready. Get your fingers ready if you're using an iPad. I'm really nervous about this. Controller, like a TV remote. TV controller.
I'm going by your voice groups.
I'm really nervous about this.
Yeah.
Right, let's go. Oh, I'm doing.
Say it
You
out
said
loud.
let's go as in let's go. Press
4,
play or count.
3, 2, 1, play.
I'm in.
Ooh.
I got some gold buildings. You guys getting gold buildings?
Yeah, that's the won a lot.
That's the level of commentary we're getting, is it?
Also, just
It's
because.
like Sky.
Also, just because also because of the way we're capturing this, I have to capture my desktop audio. So I'm going to watch this film entirely in silence with just subtitles.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Nice to find a
maybe
new way
maybe
to
you'll
watch
pick
it.
up on things. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
spelling. I'm going to get a drink.
Spelling. Oh god, I love this film so much. I actually watched it like the other week because I was feeling really sad, and Clara was like, "Well, if you're feeling sad, what's one thing that'll make you happy?" And I was like, "The Prestige." It's like, get the Prestige on, make a cup of tea, have a nice time. Here we go. Look, it's so good.
That's got to be one of the best opening shots I've ever seen.
It's so hard to watch Michael Caine and not do a Michael Caine impression.
I will not bury another member of the Chubb family.
I've buried enough members of the Chubb family.
Remember when I said I liked that Chubb on? I lied. It was agony.
The Chubb was agony.
Ooh. That would have been a really good time for Daniel to come back into the shot.
Christian Bale looked absolutely fine with that situation then. He's just like, all right, what's going on?
I'll
Oh,
make
no,
wizard tools.
that's quite good. I know how to spell ingenieur now.
Ah.
Tricky one. Tricky.
Michael Caine does such a good like fluster. No. It's like I hope it's acting, not him just being a buffoon in real
It's him
life.
trying to remember lines.
if you were that judge, you'd be like, and you're a Magic fan, you're like, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna learn everything.
Benjamin Buse in the chat said, "Guys, I'm muting you. Bit too annoying for me."
What
I know what you expected, Benjamin.
Yeah. I never get here. Why do they hate him so much?
I think they
rich,
just know.
famous,
Yeah,
money,
know
right?
Maybe.
Bunce.
Think you're all that, do you?
Why does Voldemort hate Harry? It's in their blood.
The old green-eyed gazungas. Jealousy.
I'll spill my tea a bit.
What's his name? Bernard Fallon.
It's Bernard, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
To be fair, I've never picked up on that before, is it?
No, I know. That's the first thing.
Bernie.
Barney Fallon.
Sam Dale said, "Don't drop the soap." and you, Borden, would be the belle of the ball. I love this. How much this guy trolls him in prison. It's like he says he's got a better trick than you. All the newspapers say, "Why are you here? Why are you here?"
Don't tell me that now. Oh, you.
Yeah, Michael Hallian. He does look a bit like Gendry. I also love it. It's like, keep thinking this lad is Gendry. It's like, lad, Christian Bale. Oh, Kim Judge says he's making the soap disappear in the shower.
Oh, Kim, come on.
Come on, Kim.
Alfred Borden would never say how he did that trick that day.
The book is really fun because it's told in part through the different books, through the different notebooks. So you're reading like one notebook, then it switches to the other. So it's really fun to read it like that. Yeah, Ethics DK said I really want to go on that train in real life. It doesn't fucking lush. I wonder if that is actually Colorado.
He did shoot in Colorado.
They did, yeah. That's cool.
Place called Telluride.
I wonder if this hotel is real. Oh, imagine that, Chris.
Staying at the Prestige Hotel.
Oh, so that place, there's a place in this called Redstone Castle.
Right. Yes, please.
I think it might be.
Is it? That guy behind the clerk behind in the hotel, I've only ever seen him wearing those glasses in period films like this. I think he's in Deadwood or something. He's always in stuff like that.
He probably bought them and he's like, they'll pay for themselves.
It's an investment, yeah.
What
Like people that own Stormtrooper outfits. It's like, I could pay for itself.
Jack, those glasses are fucking stupid. Well, You'll be laughing. Got Deadwood
Yeah.
shoot next month, and there's a little film coming out called The Prestige.
Yeah. Oh, this bit. I just remember something funny that we did at IGN UK, but I'll wait till it finishes now.
Gav, you should do a cut of the power coming back on in Jurassic Park, spliced with him touching the fence in this.
When I interviewed what was his fucking name, Peter Jackson, because we were doing the IGN comments thing, but we wanted like him talking about The Prestige. I wrote a comment that was like, I wonder if Peter Jackson has ever seen The Prestige, and I wrote it from Colorado Alley Boy. His name's Ali. It's like, that's a joke for about 8 people, and they all worked at IGN UK. It was amazing.
That's why it got greenlit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a captive audience. Boys, I got this idea, right? Yeah, perfect, Gav. That's amazing. He's done it again. Right. Muck.
That is great.
That's
Yeah,
pretty obvious as well.
That's your work. That's workplace harassment right there.
So obviously, because it's been done with Ricky J. Forgot that he's in this.
Imagine us setting up for a let's play and me just kissing Daniel on the thigh.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Also, because the sound effects, obviously,
yeah. Also,
I wait till we're done.
Yeah. Also, it'd be weird to do it after the meeting we had about it.
It's such a loud kiss as well. It's like
he's basically making out with it. Yeah. Fair play. That is wicked.
I thought it was a pretty good trick, to be fair.
Yeah.
Bale's having a go at him, but
it sounds like he's just been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
My favourite bit's coming up.
Yeah.
I love his accent in this. He's got a real petulance to him.
Yeah. No.
No.
That's a fantastic suit from Michael Caine.
Best line in the movie. But it's the best delivery of a line in the movie. You think you know Not Better Than Me, do you?
Do you? Huh?
Do you?
I don't think so.
Prove it.
That's my favorite line. All right.
Michael Caine's having a good laugh and it goes, you
He's
go.
loving it, yeah. 4.
4.
3 and 4. Real magician here. It's a real, based on a real magician.
Yeah, it's actually. Do you know how Chanling Su died?
Bullet catch.
Failed bullet catch trick.
You serious?
Yeah.
One of his fake
He
guns.
put a fish tank in it.
Yeah. Yeah, look at his face.
He's loving it.
Completed it, mate. Completed it.
I don't know if it's going to show up. There's a really small picture of Chanling Su.
I wonder if Hugh Jackman worked out for this movie, if that's just his natural jackedness.
It's probably him on off, isn't it?
He seems friggin' massive.
You bloody fool. Oh, got a little bit of flirting.
He's like, nephew, huh? So, husband not in the picture? Cool.
He is dead. Oh, okay.
Oh.
But that kid's not yours. I won't have to give him any food or money or anything. Okay, yeah, sweet. Let's go. Come on.
I'm a magician. Maybe I'll bring him back. Eh? I won't. I can't. That's impossible.
That is the dark arts, actually.
And I will
Which
not
hate.
dabble in them again. He thinks the secret is the coin.
Yeah.
He's, oh my god, the coin's magic.
Gonna stay on where she lives. I know times were hard, but Jesus, gonna stay on.
That's some self-respect.
Fucking shit tip.
This is the bit that pisses me off.
It's
The one bit in the movie that pisses me off.
Yeah, but didn't we work out on stage that you didn't get it?
Well, let's revisit this.
Yeah, I'm writing that down.
We'll come back at the end. Come back to that at the end.
I feel like somebody would have that kind of door now. It looks quite trendy, like cracked varnish.
Yeah, like a bar store or something.
It kind of looks like every room in the King's Speech. I'm writing Powers T.
Doesn't get it. Wonder where this prop ended up.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Just to slightly interrupt this, Boris Johnson's gone into intensive care.
Yeah, I just saw before we went in.
Oh wow!
I love when the fucking judge is like, "Oh, I'll take Michael Caine, and he'll explain to me everything that's going on."
A man of
like,
science.
Yeah, and he's like, "This was built by a wizard." He's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Oh god.
And he's like, he gets wheeled on by like 4 identical blind men. He's like, Jesus Christ. Right, you're all guilty. You're all guilty.
He already done the knot.
What's that?
He'd basically already done it, and then she gave him a nod, and he kind of like undid it and did the other one.
Yeah, so she's telling him to do it, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going, go on.
Because because she's quite agreeing, like going with it in the other scene.
Yeah, she's like,
she wants the challenge.
I can slip a Langford.
A Langford double. It's not a wet knot.
It's dry. It's the Sahara. I never understood why there had to be a curtain around the entire thing. Like it couldn't have been open at the back.
That's a good point.
I guess maybe you could see it from the sides.
Also, what fucking use is Michael Caine here?
I don't. The oldest man on stage.
Give it to Jackman.
Yeah, he'd probably do it with his Wolverine claws.
It's his wife. He's just stood there.
Also, he
they're watching him.
He waits, and then he's like really rushing. Like, oh my god! It's like you were waiting.
Could they not just open it? They don't have the key.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like
One, test it that the axe works.
Well, that's the thing. Like even in the previous scene where you see the glass is really, really thick, and Michael Caine doesn't say that it was different glass or anything like that. That's fucking thick old glass. Obviously, it's got to hold the water in that.
Do you think the people in the audience still think at this point it's part of the trick?
Yeah,
like they're waiting for
one guy's on his feet. This is amazing.
Oh my god!
Like when Tommy Cooper died.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
I've never watched it. I don't want to watch it.
I saw it on something the other day. They actually played it. I couldn't believe it, and I never knew about it. And I went and looked it up. Do you know about that, Powers? Tommy Cooper died live on like a Palladium show on ITV.
That sounds horrible.
Had a heart attack on stage, and people thought it was a joke.
Why would people show that? Ugh.
Well, it was live. That's why. Recently.
Looking scene this is, yeah. He's like, I just want you to know those are of no words of comfort to me. Best line here. Very good. Also, if you're bored in it, just say, like, give him some comfort. Be like, the one I was meant to. The one I was meant to.
Yeah.
It was just a terrible accident. Ta-ra.
The one she fucking told me to tie.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. That's a good point. Somebody just said, Jacob just said, couldn't they have a look at the knot when they came out of the tank?
I guess maybe he probably was just too into the situation, and then only later on it probably would have occurred, maybe. Yeah, Stephen Funko says, it's about 147 people watching. It's like a real theatre.
With 3 really loud people.
I want to know what she thinks the bullet catches where she's shooting over there. I wouldn't have told her. Just kept it going until she got really annoyed. No, tell me. No, I'm not fucking telling you shit. You're not a magician. His face. Yeah. I love his own petulance almost gets him in trouble again. Like he undoes it, and then he's like, "No, it's actually really dangerous." Well, no, it's not dangerous at all. I love it.
Like, it'd be fine. It's not dangerous. Oh, I guess if it's not dangerous, well, it is a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fucking gun. Are you mad? Obviously, it's a bit dangerous, but it'd be fine though.
But I'm a legend, so it's fine.
Doesn't know what to say there.
Yeah, he's just like, that'll do.
You can do that quite well, can't you, Daniel? The like that one, the hand one.
I can't do that one. I can't do the. I can do the card one. Not the hand one. Whew.
Card, yes. Hand, no.
I'll do it right now with this little Pikachu. You ready?
Close.
Thanks, man.
Oh, through that. Love it.
It must be tough if you're a magician who has like an act, because you do have to start with like the shit stuff, and build your way up. You can't start with the bullet catch.
Yeah, I don't get this bit though, because whether this is all an intentional ruse, the linking rings, because everything Borden says in that opening scene is like, it just feels like his whole manifesto is doing like new exciting stuff.
Yeah,
he looks bored by the rings. I wonder if that's just like to get the audience like bored intentionally.
Yeah, because on that sign behind him, there's actually a guy with a gun. I've only just noticed that. So he's like advertising the fact that it's going to be fucking loads of bullet catching in his thing.
Oh yeah. It's like when we do a live show and we try and do stuff and people are like, just play Dark Souls, go on.
Yeah. What Cuphead? No. I know everything's happening very quickly, but that's quite obviously Hugh Jackman, isn't it? Say the good one.
Single or double knot? The one with the bunny ears.
Just there, I'd be like, do you know the one that stops you being angry with that gun? That one. That's the one. Yeah.
Bet his wife was unbearable when he got home. She went, so we put a bullet in it.
Yeah.
Or was it a button? Heaven forbid a bullet.
Yeah. Oh, not a dangerous trick, is it? Well, look at that, Sarah.
I like to think that's the first night after that conversation. He's gone out and he's come home and he's like, Sarah, now we know what we said. You wouldn't say it.
You know that big chat we had about you've been shot, haven't you? Yeah. Big time.
See, I said it was dangerous, didn't I?
Yeah, you were right. You're right. He's like, but I'm not telling you about it ever again because you jinxed the bullet trick. So
it is dangerous, though. I will say that. Very dangerous.
Might cost me everything.
Yeah. Oh, you're not doing it then? No. It's fine. It's fine.
Could it make us rich? Yeah, it'll make us rich. All right, do it.
Yeah. All right, do it then. It's fine.
I like that little tiny playing card.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way of.
We should start just putting those at the bottom of pint glasses.
When you bought someone a pint. Oh.
That's good. Yeah.
It's a decent looking pub, that is.
I like that they drink beer in this movie instead of like cliche whiskey or something. You know, they're just having pints.
It's called Victorian boozer.
Yeah, I like it.
Vacation. The thing is like, she's like, what tricks do you possibly do? He's like, I could do card pulls, some rope tricks. I could do the bullet catch. You're not doing a bullet catch.
With my other hand. It's fine.
Let me finish. No more bullet catches. Okay, what about no more bullet catches? Okay, one more bullet catch and I'm out. That's me done then.
Bit fuddy-duddy.
He's obsessed with wizards.
I firmly believe that in this universe, Michael Caine believes that wizards are real. There's no what. He brings it up so much.
You're a magician, not a bloody werewolf. What? Go back. What did you just say?
Werewolves, wizards, demons are all real.
Not like us, so good old-fashioned magicians. Like no one brings up wizards more than him. He's like, you're not a wizard. I didn't say wizard, Mike. Like, you're the only one who thinks about wizards.
It's so funny that they build this crazy contraption that he wears on stage just to do the same trick, but without killing the bird. But it is the same. Like, if people thought that they hadn't killed the bird the first time, it is just the same trick.
Yeah, because it is kind of strange. He's like, oh, they've seen that. Not like this, they haven't. But they're not going to see all the stuff.
Yeah.
They can touch from all sides, can't they, with this one?
Yeah. That's the point.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I love how just disinterested this guy is all the time.
That's like something from Saw.
It's the knives. The knives make a wild sound.
There's so much cross-cutting in this movie, isn't there? Like similar, like
you know that Nolan had like the best time helping and coming up with how to do that trick properly. Like, it's so stupidly intricate. He's not a bloody wizard, you know. Such a good poster.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? Like, they kind of have.
Tell you what, Car, we should do a bloody bullet. No, not the bullet.
How about I shoot the bird? It catches it in his beak.
Like a wizard. Now get out.
That's so savage.
Yeah. Even if I was like, generally, even if I was having the worst time at something live, I don't think I would shout out. Like,
Bethesda conference.
oh yeah. That's me done. His face here. Watch his little smile now. Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Kim Judge says they keep picking each other from the audience. That's ridiculous. If you watch that last scene, the sort of stagehand points to somebody else, and Bale is in the first row and gets up quicker and just goes off. Because I thought that for ages, and then when you actually watch it, you realize he was just going to run up on stage whatever happened.
Sneaky like that, wizards.
So basically, shut up, Kim. Open your fucking eyes, Jesus Christ.
If you need a timestamp, we're just about to hit 42 minutes in. There you go. People giving it to you.
Danton.
I love Andy Serkis.
Great Danton. Do you remember that year IGN where we interviewed him like 14 times?
Yeah, so much. I've never met like a celebrity. I saw him more that year than I saw our actual boss.
I'm sure one time he just popped in.
Yeah.
To wish Alicia a happy birthday.
The best time is when we did that thing with him and Woody Harrelson at what studios was it? At Abbey Road, yeah. And Woody Harrelson had just come from the Solo set, and they were like, I was waiting there to interview the two of them like live, and they're both talking about Star Wars and being in Star Wars. Wild. When Joe and I had him on the podcast and we asked him about the Prestige, was like, he was so happy to talk to us about it, but he just incredulous. And we were just like, we fucking love it. It's amazing. We love it. And he was like, yeah, it's good. I had a good time. And he told us that just like really good David Bowie story where he was just like, was he a little bit too Clouseau?
Like I thought that was you, Gav.
Yeah. I love this guy.
He's good, isn't he? That's good casting.
So weirdly smart. Would you like another feature? Huh? Well, you think the other feature better than me, do you? Yeah? In all of the audience and the organizers' defense, that thing looked like it was gonna fucking blow up.
It's not ready for the public. No way should they have put that on display.
He's like, "Do you want to invest in this?" Absolutely not. I want to invest in getting the fuck out of here.
What is it? It's a new thing called a bedside lamp.
Yeah. Everyone will have them soon. You watch.
Imagine trying to go to bed at night and it's like, it's like zapping everywhere. You're like,
it's good at waking you up.
It's like coming across your face, like
your hair, yeah, it's like straight out.
Tessa's like, "It's the future. Are you ready for the future yet?"
I'll stay with the candles.
He's a wizard. That's a hell of a pram, that, isn't it? She's like, "Don't fucking patronize me, okay?"
Oh, I love this scene.
Yes. Twat. Because that's what I never get, why the inmates don't like him. Because I'd look at that and be like, "I'm going to
They're
be friends with
clapping
him. He's a
there.
legend."
Some are clapping now.
Yeah.
I think they like him at this point.
That's what I mean. It's like, but I'd be like, "Let's be friends with this guy. We'll get out here now. This guy's a wizard." He's like, "I'm not going to tell you again about the wizard thing."
What kind of magician is he? Escapologist? Excuse me?
It's like, just keep him locked up. Keep him locked up.
He does card pulls.
One of my favorite lines coming out here.
Where does he come from?
That's my favorite. Just love his just flagrant disregard for whatever accent Tesla should have had. He just turned up doing that, and everyone's afraid to argue with him just because David Bowie's like, "You fucking go tell David Bowie." I'm like, he does what he wants, mate. I'll have a hold out of their hand. He's like, if people believe that, and Michael Caine kind of already does, so.
You built a sex robot, didn't you? Yeah, yeah.
It was extremely powerful. Ali, tell him about the rope. It was powerful. It's really powerful. Yeah.
The power jacker 5,000. No, I want a magic trick. Oh, right, okay.
Yes, that's what I was talking about too.
Trust me, it feels like magic. No, I'm not interested.
I do love it when he's like, one day it will destroy me. Okay, yeah. Anyway, do you want to build this machine for me? Because you seem of sound body and mind.
Oh, this scene's great as well. I wonder what he was going to do in this scene. Like, how was he going to sabotage it? Right, Coco?
She doing Tessa's accent as well.
The way that you timed that, it looked like she went, it's a padded hand. It looked like she opened up a can.
That's what I thought. I was
It's
like,
like Scott Jansen
cans?
went, it's definitely the same man. I spotted the padding.
Little Stella on the go. Jermaine Prince, no, this is not a spoiler stream. She's like, I've got an idea for the decoration. The paint will look like it's coming off the walls. I love this.
Nigel Thornberry.
I don't get that.
It's just an ass. I remember being on IGN UK podcast once at the exact moment, and where Cardi realized that was also Hugh Jackman.
What?
Cardi thought it was just someone that looked like him.
You're joking.
Yeah. Cardi was like, well, how do you know? I was like, well, for one, because you've got Hugh Jackman's exact face. Give it away for me initially was the fact that it is actually Hugh Jackman.
Some of the comments are thinking the same as well.
Really? That's ace. I mean, it is meant to be that, so he's done a good job of it, but...
I do wonder why they decided to not just find someone who looks a lot like Hugh Jackman and just put a mad nose on Hugh Jackman, mad teeth on Hugh Jackman.
I like it, though. It kind of makes sense. But also, what a fucking like a really, really horrible job that is. Go out and find someone that looks exactly like, unless it was my face, like, which is fucking, you go to Shoreditch, you probably find one or two. Like,
yeah, this is the olden days. You can't even like fly around.
Yeah, you go down to Shoreditch with Gavin on a Friday night, I'll go into one pub and come out with another.
yeah.
It's called the Pissed Man.
You can actually throw the pint out the window and catch it in the other one.
The new staggering man. Here we go.
That is good, isn't it?
Faust.
Feels like the three of them get off on the wrong foot from day one. Like, they just at each other. It's like, should we just be mates? Because this is going to have to be a working relationship for a bit. Like...
That is good.
Look at that poster as well.
It's basically calling it like the better trick.
Yeah. Timing on that is excellent, isn't it?
It's great, yeah.
He's a very good actor, though. I feel like let's give him a chance. Love her little smile. I was like, do you realize how fucking stupid this plan is?
I think he might know you sent me. You probably should have tested it before he brought him in to show him the machine.
Yeah, that's
just do one like dry run first.
Jermaine Prince says, all you spoiled people complaining about their accents when I, for all my life, have watched the German dub where everyone sounds exactly the same. In my head, it's all done by the same person. I've actually come here to give you his secrets. Right out.
I want to know what prestige is in German.
Her accent ain't that bad there. I don't know. I'm into it there. I think she's quite good there. Jackman's like, do you think that's because we've treated him like absolute shit since the first second we met him in the bar? It's like we've done nothing except be antagonistic to him, pushed him around.
then.
That's the thing. It's like he's obviously making quite a lot of money from this show. He's like, we paid him enough to keep him in beers. What's that fucking couple of quid? The thing, like, he's an integral part of your best trick. Keep him sweet, man. Complete power, you say. Fantastic. Because I feel like after that situation there, you're just like, right, Root, sorry, this relationship has kind of gone a bit sour. Which would you fancy? Well, how much money do you want to not be an arse?
That noise is brutal.
What legend. That is so good. You were not careful. I do like that he sends a. He's like, right, go get a job with him, and she is really good at her job. She makes his show really good, and he's like, are you fucking kidding? Like,
Yeah. So weird, isn't it?
can't believe you did that. So if she went over there, was just dotting about, he'd be like, what? Do you like? No, you're fired. Get out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that slipped out, didn't it?
It's dirty. Dirty. I love that. Like, what I mean is, I care about both, but they're both kind of linked in my head. So sometimes I say things that sound bad. Bye.
We saw the Pantages Theater. Me and Krups did. We were on a Borderlands trip to LA.
I went to watch the Phantom of the Opera. That's where I watched it when I was at E3.
That's right.
It was amazing.
You're right. Phantom was all over the place. He was on the stage. He was in the rafters. That's crazy. The Great Phantom, they call them.
I saw your face and you were so happy with that.
The
Great Phantom.
You know, you're trying to play it cool, but you're like over panting. You're trying to get the joke out.
Holding your mic, shaking hands.
It's like the Great Phantom.
Very good.
Such an elaborate way to get him in that box.
I have so many problems with all of this situation.
Dan Kilray, a bloody wizard shot me.
With his wizard pistol, it was.
Caught me with a bullet spell.
It was a gun. You shot me with a bloody penny.
Oh, God forbid a button.
They fucking buried him. That is wild.
That's intense, yeah. Wonder if he digs him up and he's just dead. He just died.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why'd you fucking help him bury someone?
Yeah, you're part of the problem for sure.
Yeah. I like how he's like, this is wild. It's too much for me. It's like super hands going, you want to take a look at yourselves. I won't bury another ingenue. I've buried enough ingenues this week. Oh. That face. He's like, okay, what kind of stuff do you think? Well, a little mustache, a little goatee. We'll break his leg. It's like, what?
That's pretty cool. I wish I could do that.
Because he's a bloody fool.
It's really good that he doesn't skip to the end.
Yeah.
Before he goes to America, or he's a quick reader.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he doesn't even read the method when he writes it down. It's not even in an envelope. He doesn't even glance at it. He waits till he goes to see Michael Caine, and then he opens it up, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, that's non-refundable.
Yeah. Like, go find a rat or something.
I know, straight to the cat.
Straight to his cat.
Yeah, not even his stray.
His pet.
Love might activate the machine. No, please.
It's like, could we try? We need to put something living in, like we'll put a plant. We'll put like a big rose bush or something like that. Get your cat, Ali. I will not tell you again.
Cat's like, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
So you really dropped the ball on that one, Ali.
I'm going to go work for the professor. But...
He goes to the professor just gets a gun out. I'm going to do a bullet catch with a cat. Fuck me.
You're like, I'm not going to carry 27 fucking hats, am I? Just... got one bag.
Don't get smart with me, Tesla.
I do love that. They're all your hats. And he stared. He's like, he's not getting it. It cloned your hat.
What's cloning?
Oh my God.
It's 1892.
He's like, I get it. So the cat is my hat. be fair, like when you think that someone doesn't love you for 50% of the time, don't have a baby with them. I think. Fucking hell.
That's wild. This was Michael Caine. He was like, I found a wizard's castle and I burned it.
Now we could do no more harm.
Ooh.
Oh, what a lovely looking scene. Look at that. You are right, Powers. It would be good to know where that box is now.
Yeah. Imagine having that as like a prop from the movie just in your living room. It's so cool. I want it in like Animal Crossing.
Look at this. Like, I don't know what I know, like he's writing down instructions for him, but it's not like building IKEA furniture or anything like that, is it? Like
This scene scares me so much, like more than any other scene. I find it so unsettling.
It's just that like very authentic panic.
yeah. Plus it shows like his absolute obsession. Look at him stepping into that. Like
Yeah.
This bit makes me feel a bit sick as well, that argument.
Yeah, with the kid. Done counter.
That was. If I was her, I feel like I'd be asking other questions, to be fair, at that point. Wonder what knot she tied.
Oh,
That's horrible.
it's dry as shit. No one's slipping that.
Rory Patrick Powers.
What a good hats in this movie.
Hats and jackets, fantastic. Oh. Ackerman. I love this guy because we talked about it a little bit on the IGN UK podcast. What has he seen? You can tell with his face, like there's guilt in those eyes where he's
Yeah.
just like, oh, it's been some time since I've seen this. Is like, that's the prequel that we want. Aquaman, the beginning. It's a banger of a line, that is.
It's just a picture of him holding 2 money bags.
Yeah. Me to Tahiti. Ultimately, he's like, okay, this all sounds great. Who's the magician? The great Danton. Are you no? I saw him break a woman's fingers. I already sacked him.
Big opener, that.
Yeah, wow.
That's the things like magic back then was like, it's really serious shit, man.
Oh, he does a good show, doesn't he?
The greatest.
Absolute banger.
It's like, fucking hell. I feel like at this point as well, Michael Caine got to be asking more questions than our mate.
Why are you going back, Christian? You know you're not supposed to go back.
I've told you about going back there.
Chris in the chat says, there's got to be better stage hands than blind ones. They're going to break something. You might be missing the point a little bit, Chris.
The stagehand's like, "Who are you?"
I think with them, you've always got to throw a "Who are you?"
Yeah. Right, Mark Kenson's like, right, who is part of the act here?
Like Chris replied, I get the point, but they still break something.
I think they're trusted with a very specific job, so it'd be very hard for them to do something they were meant.
Yeah, they're not like making the tea.
Yeah. Michael Caine straight away. What have you done? He's like, I was obviously trying to help. I'm really sorry.
Same thing you were doing.
Yeah. Same thing you were doing, and you were meant to be doing it, and you did it as shit as I did. It was literally your job, and you fucked it up the same as I did.
I am 30 years younger than you. Fair play, though.
Chris and I say, he was hitting the glass with his wizard's wand, he was. Very good.
I love this bit.
You blind bastard.
He's like, I probably shouldn't have done all those magic tricks on the guards to make them hate me.
Love how Welsh that old lady sounds all the time. There's a gentleman waiting. He's like, it was rude.
Imagine.
You daft wizard bastard.
No, you didn't. You said you want in front of house.
You enjoy that beer? Every time you take a sip, you go, nyam, 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 nyam.
I'm liking it more and more every time I have some of it, but I'm basically trying to do the same and like stop as you, like not drink any more beer. So I'm just going through all the ones that I've got, but they're all lively ones that I've got. So this is a Hybrid Theory Session Oat Pale. I told you that all the shops by me are out of Roni. It's fucking mad.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's the thing. Either people are buying it or people aren't selling it. That guy's gone full Kane now, and he thinks he is Voldemort. It's mad that at some point it was someone's job to hang people. Like
Still
someone
is.
was a hangman.
Still is some places.
Like, yeah.
That every day.
Yeah. Like
I was today. What's a good day?
It's like, is your
What's
wife
a good
ever
day
like,
look like? What's bad?
do you have a good day? No, not really. I straight up murdered 4 people.
Did it quickly, so.
And most of the bodies shit themselves when they're done as well. So got that all over me. So how's your day? Good? Looking after baby? Yeah. Move, bitch. Get out. He just drops it, moves out. See you later, Lord Coldo. Adam Spade's no working from home and hanging, is there? You'd be full out to fuck, to be fair, if you were a hangman. So. Oh.
Oh, this is the bit that freaks me out.
There's a guy called Peter Caffrey in the chat who's been there all night and like reacting really well. He'd never seen the film before. Peter, you've made this for me because it's so good just watching him deal with it in real time. It's really good. It's like, oh God, this is why he loved his wife, but also he never. Oh. Weird like parallels between that nod and the Dark Knight Rises nod to the same people. And if he looks back and he's like, oh, I do care, actually, this is wild.
There you go.
What a film.
Oh boy.
Hopefully anybody watching that for the first time sees why we go on about it so much.
If you did just watch that for the first time, I would definitely recommend going back and watching it a second time, because I would
Without commentary
argue. Yeah, I would argue that the second time you watch that movie is the best time.
Yeah, I think there was someone, Christiana, I think. Sorry, I might be getting that name wrong, but there was someone in the chat who was like, yeah, Christiania Sprott, sorry, who was saying they were watching it for the second time. So they were like, holy shit.
You pick up on there's so many little like drops in it. That's just
and then there's
there's
a few more that you won't get for several viewings, I don't think.
Well, we had that conversation definitely at IGN UK's, like when we all started really getting into it and we all realized that we properly loved it. We went through a phase of watching it a lot, and then we'd come into work on like the Monday morning and be like, just notice one more thing, and just like it just keeps on going like that. And there's loads of just like little really really tiny things, like even in use of like, particularly as well, like the use of like I, me, you, us, and like those like that whenever they're talking about that. There's an entire scene which is an argument between both Bale's characters, but it's played as just Alfred Borden just talking. But that's an argument. You're listening to an argument between the two of them.
After seeing The New Transporting Man, he says to Fallon, he says, "Why can't you figure it out?" And it could easily just be directed at himself as interior monologue.
It absolutely is, yeah.
Like, why are you not smart enough? Why am I not smart enough?
Yeah. It's like that amazing bit where it's just like, I think I love her. I think we cannot trust her. Like it's so good. It's so horrible and deep. And it's like, it's particularly as well when you watch like there's a lot of like really hard to watch scenes in it, but I think the argument towards the end between Freddie and Sarah, if we say it's saying like Freddie is the one that doesn't love her, and the argument between the two of them while Alfred is outside and takes the child away, takes Jess away, and you're just like the absolute dedication to the life that he has to stand there and listen to his brother screaming it at the person that he loves, and to not break into that room at that time. It's just crazy. And like to sit around that dinner table with Scarlett Johansson and watch your brother be an arse to the person that you love, like that kind of restraint and dedication is just crazy, man. It's like total dedication. That's what they talk about from the start, isn't it? Oh, wow, it's great, isn't it? Absolutely great.
All because Alfred was not up for impersonating a Chinese man. He has ethics. You could sense the time was changing.
So, so Bubstar said, so did Tesla build Borden a machine? Is he definitely a clone? So I always, we talked about this before, but it's like, I always thought that, but my reading of it anyway is Borden goes to Tesla to get something to dress up his act, and Tesla sees what his act is and is like, right, I want to build a real version of that. But
yeah, no, I think that is the case. Like, doesn't Serkis's character say something that implies that? Yeah, it's just the red herring, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. But that's the thing. That's why, because that's if you think about it, if he could build him. If it was Tesla who could build the clone machine, I don't think Alfred Borden would send him to Tesla that willingly, because he knows he's going to come back with something. Whereas actually, he knows he thinks he's going off on a wild goose chase to Colorado. He's like, you can go to Colorado as much as you want. You still ain't going to bring you back a twin. Whereas actually, unbeknownst to him, that's exactly what happens. And he brings back a machine that's even worse than being able to make a twin.
Kind of shot himself in the foot with that one, didn't
he? He's like, in my defense, we are living in fucking the olden times where a clone machine was beyond the realm of my possibility in my mind. Oh, so good, man. But yeah, you should definitely go back and watch it again.
Even the whole thing with him not knowing what knot he tied, I didn't really pick up on that until my third or fourth viewing, when I was like, oh, it could just be that it was the other twin that tied the knot on stage, and the one that is like at the funeral with the body wasn't the one who did it, which is why he's always saying like, I don't know, I don't remember.
Yeah,
like I didn't even pick up on that for
what do you mean
ages.
You don't know?
Yeah.
It's so horrible. Sad.
Powers, the cup of tea bit on the date. What's your issues?
I hate it because the whole premise of the film is how seriously they take this thing.
Yeah.
That, one is the magician, one is Fallon.
Yeah.
They're leading like two lives. Why in this one scene to just impress a girl?
Yeah.
Are they like, you know what? I'm gonna break into her apartment.
Yeah.
And then lead her in so that it looks like I've snuck in the lock. Like, that is such a stupid reason to possibly blow an entire career's worth of lies. Just
in
to
their
impress
defense,
her in like
in slight in fiction justification, possibly just devil's argument, they're really young at that point. I think they're meant to be like they're very like young, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's
But I always thought that he would, like, obviously, like Alfred, like we'll call him good twin, bad twin, right? Good twin is out on the dates, putting in all the legwork. Bad twin, dressed as Fallon, goes to break into her apartment. Once he's successfully broken into her apartment, then he takes all the makeup off, waits around with the kettle ready. So then when she comes in and sees him there, the other ones run away, quickly put on the Fallon makeup. He walks out. No one is like, oh, there's two. But yeah, as Chris said, they're not very well known at that point. So
one does the talking, one does the shagging.
Yeah.
But also, maybe when they were younger, they have a car where it's like once a year they can play the card where you go, come on, we've got to do a trick just for us.
Can you do it the other way around? It's like, not really. But also as well, like from looking at the two of them, I think bad twin probably is better in bed than good twin. Like bad twin fucks, good twin. I don't know if good twin fucks. Do you know what I mean?
So you think like whenever it's about to go down, he's like, oh, do you mind if I turn off the light? Just hear it and then hear like
loads of rustling.
Running away. Yeah.
Loads of furry rustling.
What's going
everywhere.
on? Nothing sharp.
Scully Hansen goes about the man who goes into the box.
Oh,
Daniel. Do you think though? What happens if one of them is just better at shagging?
What happens if one of the wife came on to Fallon?
Yeah, but also I really love the idea that Sarah's like, Sarah's like, oh, sometimes sometimes it feels like you love me, sometimes you don't. It's weirdly though, the times where it feels like you don't love me, you're better at shagging. Really, really odd. Anyway, so that's why I put up with it, to be honest, because I ask you if you love me, you say you do, it doesn't sound like it, we get straight into bed, you're awesome. But on the days where you say you do love me, crap shag.
Yeah, good dad though.
Yeah, good dad. Sometimes I just wish there was two of him. I wish there was two.
I wish I just had some machine that could clone you, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, what a film though. Like there are some bits as you're going through it, like you feel like they're screaming out when you obviously so it's different, but like you do feel like it's screaming out at you sometimes, and because it's just stuff like there's a bit where she's like, how can it your fingers be bleeding? It's as bad as it was the first day. And it's just such a quiet throwaway line, but when you watch the second time, you're like, oh my god, how did I not see that? It's crazy. Fittification says, do you want a shag? Not today.
I think the worst for that though is just when you watch it again, just like how screamingly obvious Fallon seems to be Christian Bale.
Yeah.
But when you watch it for the first time, there is always misdirection in the scenes. He's never front and center. Something else is going on. The first time you see him when he gets shot in the bullet catch properly, Hugh Jackman immediately turns up wearing fake beard, and it kind of like you fixate on that, so you kind of forget about that guy looking weird.
Yeah. Someone was saying in the chat, sorry, I missed the name because it was going quite quickly, but it was really funny. Someone was saying that when he watched it with his girlfriend, the girlfriend was like, oh, I've seen that guy in something. What have I seen him in? And she was like, couldn't place where she'd seen Fallon. So she was like thinking about it for ages, like 20 minutes on IMDb, going like, why do I recognize him? I don't recognize him. And then she was like, oh, the reason I recognize him because it's fucking Christian Bale. That's why I recognize him. But James Smith in the chat says, I still don't think Fallon looks like Christian Bale at all.
It just looks weird. It's just also weird just to have this character that doesn't speak or anything like.
But also the first time you watch it, you just go along with it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, that's Fallon, just my helper.
It's just because there's always something more prominent in the scene. Yeah.
That's the whole thing they talk about in the movie, isn't it? That like the audience doesn't want to work it out. Like the first time you watch it, you're like, you don't want to try and beat the film. You want to be like tricked.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happens.
Yeah. It's great.
The whole thing's the prestige. It's a trick.
So Cambridge University astronomy says, so why does Hugh Jackman have to go through the machine every night? Surely he can just go through once. Then he has a permanent clone to do the trick with, which is basically what Bale does. But the whole point of that is he's trying to frame Borden for the murder at some point.
Yeah, well, I think it's that, but also it's not a twin; it's a perfect clone, which actually brings a lot more scary existential questions.
Yes, exactly. That's why that bit that you hate powers where he's like, no, wait, and then he gets shot
because it is you. Like also every night he's killing a clone. Every night he's committing suicide.
Yeah,
like that's why he's saying I don't know who I'm going to be, but it's not. He's both.
Yeah.
So every night he's killing himself.
That's what freaks me out.
It's awful, and I just think like even to have two of you there, it has things like you're like Borden and Fallon aren't the same person. They're pretending to be the same person, but actually having the same person, that's a different story altogether.
Also, if they were both Danton, they both want to take the prestige.
Yeah, because he's fucking obsessed with that. Also, Cambridge University astronomy said, oops, logged in on my work account. Cheers to the answers, guys.
I thought Cambridge University was talking to us. Cheers.
That is fantastic. James Smith says 100 shows and 100 chances for Borden to give into his curiosity, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, and because he knows that it's going to happen, and they walk straight into it. To be fair, which is pretty good. Well, Jonathan Sideways says, so he has 99-ish drowned clones. It's like, well, we don't know how many days he's been doing it for. Presumably, if he's announced it,
I guess on any night that Borden turned up, would be the last one.
And we know that Borden's been at least once to see it, if not more, to see, because they've noticed the trapdoor and stuff. So it feels like that conversation where he's like, leave him to it because we can't work it out. It feels like they've been there quite a few times to try and work out what's going on, and not manage to do it, which is pretty good. Gracos indeed says Daniel O'Brien from Crack said that the only thing to do with a clone that wouldn't be useless is fucking it or fighting it. Which would you pick? What? So I'm
a clone of me.
Is this Cambridge University again?
Yeah, it is from crack.com. Peter Caffrey says 99 problems, but a drowned clone ain't one. What do you think is your favorite scene in all of it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I do. I just like the initial. I like the rope thing right at the beginning, because it perfect. Like we were two young magicians on the start of a great career, and it perfectly outlines the two characters and the two sides of Borden and Angier. And then the other one is the performance of the new transported man at the end.
Yeah. But I really like watching. I really like watching them watch the professor's first transported man trick in that quiet theater with no one clapping because everyone thinks it's just too baffled by it. I really like the whole setup, even though it's like rinky dink and it's crap. I really like the sort of naff setup to it.
It does a quite cool thing where you see Danton Angier's reaction to it before you actually see it. They hold it back for a good few scenes.
Yeah. It's really good the way they do that.
Because you just see him recounting it to Kurt and saying it's the greatest magic trick I've ever seen, and you just see his reaction.
Yeah. It's really good with quite a lot of details like that. Like a lot of conversations happen with that, like off screen, like even at the end then of this thing that I was thinking was like, Hugh Jackman's obviously had to come clean because Cutter's there with all the prestige materials. Like Cutter now knows everything. Like, but that conversation has happened, so you never, and like that's quite a powerful scene that like should feel that we've been robbed of this, this mentor and his mentee sort of like talking about him doing these awful things, and we don't get that scene. But what you do get instead is actually the amazing revelation from Michael Caine, where it's like, remember when I said it was like going home? Actually, it was like agony. So fuck you.
Was that final speech and delivery from both of them is fantastic. Like Jackman's final like soliloquy is amazing.
It's great, isn't it? It's just like it's weird how this film doesn't get talked about a lot. Because I guess like came right smack bang in the middle of like these two actors starting to get really, really big off these like big comic book characters. And like it's really strange to me that Prestige is like it's always one of those films that people if there's either a group of people who like our friendship group who talk about the Prestige a lot. But anytime you mention the Prestige to some people just go, "Oh yeah, no, I watched that once and I really, really liked it." Like, it's sort of strange how it's not talked about in the same way as like Christopher Nolan's other films or just other big films in general. It's really odd to me. I've never really got that.
Could change.
Yeah.
Sometimes things aren't recognized at the time and then become really recognized in decades to come.
Yeah.
And then mainly because of our efforts over the years.
I mean, we've given it a fucking good go, to be fair, mate. Like,
yeah, we should be getting some kickback from this.
Do you guys remember the first time that you saw it?
Yep, I saw it at the cinema in South Shields when I was at university. I drove there with my girlfriend at the time. I actually reviewed it for the university paper. I had a look to see if I could find it. I couldn't find the review.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
That would have been amazing. I would love to see University Newspaper Crooper.
Well,
I bet there's some ace strap lines in that.
I used to walk in every day and go, "They knew! They knew!"
Right, the new project, Spotlight on Magicians. No, Daniel. I saw
They
it.
love it. They love it. They love it to have everyone on. Yeah.
I saw it at Aberystwyth Arts Centre in the afternoon and then went back in the night then to watch it again because it was the last day that it was on. And it was cool because it was the last day that it was on, they used to give away the posters to people that asked. So I saw it once in like early afternoon and once in the evening. And then the poster was on the wall and I was like, "Oh, is it okay if I take the poster?" And they were like, yeah. So like if it was the last day of the show. And so I got to take like one of the original film posters, which was really cool. And it's a really odd poster. Like I've thought about buying it before, but I kind of don't want it anywhere.
Is it the chessboard one?
No, it's the sort of it's like the two of them, they look like they're falling. Or maybe that is a chessboard one, but it's kind of like a big swirl, like a big blue swirl. Yeah. And it's like, it's not a good poster.
I can't believe they didn't sell like magician posters, like old vintage show posters.
But I think that's the point, isn't it? It's like the reason that didn't happen, there's probably not a fucking market for it.
Yeah.
Because no one gives a shit. So they're not like, "Oh yeah, we should do you want these old style for what? The Prestige? No. Have you got any for Dark Knight? Have you got any with Bane on it? Because I'll buy them." I went through because I thought it'd be really funny. I went through just to see, because obviously we bang on about this film so much, and obviously we all love it, and it's one of our favorite films. But I thought, like, because I've never really heard anyone say that they don't like it, maybe out of fear for how we would react. But I just wanted to see on Amazon if there was any like what the bad reviews were. So I went through, I found like a couple of like 1-star reviews that really, really made me laugh. This is one of them from, it doesn't matter, Sayako says, "This story is just about two magicians who hate each other and ruin the tricks of each other. Two stupid magicians hating each other and ruining tricks. So predictable." Which I really, really liked.
Predictable is definitely not a word I would use to describe this movie.
J.N. Smith gave it 1 star, said, "Awful. It's not big, it's not clever, and it doesn't impress the girls." The plot is at best laughable and at worst contrived over a script editor's table one night after enjoying lashings and lashings of ginger ale. It's nonsense.
What weird criticism.
I know.
Being out the ginger ale there. Also, the first review, you should go back under and go, actually, 3 magicians.
But my favorite one, this is the last one, it says from David Muir, said, I had the pleasure of meeting Michael Caine during my brief time in the army. I think he may have been attending some kind of reunion dinner for Korean veterans, as I had the honor of looking after some of them, and have followed his career with interest since. Sadly, this director has not, at least on this occasion, made use of Michael's considerable talent. I bought recently for a close friend a Breville kettle, which changes color as it boils, and I found myself more interested in this rather than more temporary phenomenon, having become desperate for a life-saving cup of tea, than continuing to watch the above film, which I eventually gave up on out of strangulated boredom.
Like, people have a lot of time on their hands, don't they?
I love it. Well, I mean, mate, did you see what we just did for the last 2 and a bit hours? So
I like that he's so bored with it that he has to go to his color changing kettle, and he's like, real magic. Here we go. Not this clone bullshit.
Lots of people in the chat now saying like about what their favorite Nolan film was. If you had to do a top 3 Nolan film, where do you think you would do? I think I've got mine. I think I would go.
I'm gonna get a list up so I could.
Interstellar, Inception, Prestige.
Yeah, that actually probably mine as well.
I think, I don't know. I think I would go Prestige and Interstellar, the same level, and then underneath that, then I think I'd have to go Inception as well, rather than go for a Dark Knight. Even though I think like
I just never rewatched them.
Yeah,
they are really good, obviously.
There's scenes and parts and sequences in all of the Batman trilogies that if you just put them all together, it'd be a fucking incredible film. But there's so much guff in all of them shouting at you all the time that I'm just like, I think for that I'd go, Prestige and Interstellar, then just underneath Inception. I think that's what I'm going for. Powers, what's yours?
Mine would, in order, I'm gonna be quite boring and pick a lot of the same ones, but it would probably be Interstellar, Inception, then Prestige.
Yeah.
But Inception and Prestige probably pretty close, because I rewatched Inception quite recently, actually, and you do just forget how much. I think that movie at the time, it had like a full arc where everyone thought it was really good. Then it got overhyped. Then people kind of started taking the piss out of it for how many mad layers there are to it.
Yeah.
But I rewatched it recently and I was like, this is fantastic.
People did this with Interstellar as well, which me and Gav were talking about a few weeks ago. It's like, I don't mind if people don't like the ending of Interstellar. What I mind is when they don't like it, but they don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's like those are different things.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that Interstellar is lower, because I'm one of those people that just not into the ending of that movie at all.
Which is
I don't
fair
know
enough.
how you wrap that movie up, but yeah.
Clara's never seen it, so I think we were going to watch it on New Year's Day, because we have a big film day on New Year's Day where we plan what films we're going to have and we plan the snacks and stuff. And Interstellar was on the list originally, but we went a bit too hard on New Year's Eve, and then on New Year's Day she was like, right, Interstellar time. I was like, we're not doing that, not today. That's like, it's just too hard.
Not today.
Not Interstellar. I don't love it today. I will cry. But like, to be fair, like Interstellar, just hearing a tiny bit of that score makes me like tear up instantly. It already got me. I've talked about it on podcasts and things like that before, but I was lucky enough to see it at the Royal Albert Hall, which features in the Prestige, and because a lot of the score is to do with organ music, and there's a giant fucking organ in the Royal Albert Hall, so they played it live on this giant organ.
That's awesome.
And, like, the sound was just crazy, man. But yeah, I'm gonna try and, if I feel all right in the next couple of weeks, watch it with Clara just to see what she thinks. Because you are right, Crip says, like, it's a hard thing, isn't it? So when you get to that point where it spins off in the direction that it spins off, if you're not that if you don't understand it, but if you're not going along with it at that point, it's really hard to come back around to feel anything.
Yeah.
I think I was lucky enough that even though maybe I didn't quite get it, or like as I was watching it, when you do get it and it clicks and you're like, oh, I was already in, so I was kind of, yeah, I don't know. It's a good point actually. Someone was just mentioning Fincher there. We haven't put Fincher in our film club. We've got what's a fun Fincher film to watch on watch through. Actually, Social Network. To be fair, we love that. We talk about that quite a lot.
I mean, Panic Room is quite apt.
I'm not a massive fan of Panic Room. I watched it recently.
I can't remember it. The Game.
Yeah, The Game. I fucking love.
The Game's quite fun.
Yeah, Powers. Have you watched The Game?
No.
Don't look it up. You just gotta watch it.
It's we could sub that in.
Yeah, that's a really fucking good film. That is. Also, say subbing it in. We could probably just do more of these, to be fair, because we're probably going to be
not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere for a while.
We got time.
The Game is a fucking good, fun film. Because it's just like
you could just do like lock-in films. You could do The Thing. What else could you do? Evil Dead.
The Game is such a really good like 90s film. Like when you look at that film, you're just like, the way that everyone is, like the smarminess, the hair is so weirdly 90s, where everyone just felt sweaty all the time. And had like this really foppy hair. It's really, really.
Did you finish Zodiac the other night?
Yeah, I did actually.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I really liked it.
It's great, isn't it?
Surprisingly way more chill than I thought it was going to be. The whole time you're like when scenes start like popping off, when you look back at them, you're like, oh yeah, nothing really happened. It was just like something a little exciting. And by the end, you were like, that was so weirdly slow and long, but it never like dragged at all. It always felt like something really interesting.
How great is the scene when they go and interview that guy, Tommy Lee Allen?
Yeah.
How tense is that scene? Sorry, we're doing The Prestige, but now we've gone on. So
yeah.
I was flipping all over the place because I was absolutely positive that it was him, and then they like the movie kind of forces you to decide it's not, and then work it back around again. Like it's good.
It's really, it's like the casting on that film is really good because it's cast like really, it's a really interesting thing with it. It's cast really, really good actors and quite decently known actors in very, very small parts. But because it takes place over a certain amount of time, they keep popping back up. So you're just like, oh, that's the reason that they've got Elias Koteas like as that detective, because he's going to be popping back up a load. And it's like, but that interview is amazing where he's just like, he's just talking and he goes, is this about the blood that was on my hands? And they're like, what? And it's like, because I already told the police that was chicken blood from a chicken that I just beheaded. And they just look at each other going like, they're like, and they're like, can I look at your watch? And it's got the Zodiac side on it. And they're like,
I know.
They're like, it's him. Come on. It is him. It's so good.
Well, because I knew it was based on like a true story, so I was like, if it's not him and they've just added this in, that's a joke. You can't do that.
Well, I think
start slapping the fucking Zodiac watches on people and being like, oh, but it's not him.
Well, I think like that's the thing. Like, I think it's quite clear through all that film. The Fincher's like, it's him. I don't care. Like, I'm like, because I've read quite a lot. I listened to like lots of podcasts about it, and lots of people like think that all that stuff about Robert Lee Allen is like, they're just like, no way, it could never be him. Like, anyone who thinks it's him is a fool. Lady Ventus Downey Jr. is so damn good in Zodiac. Yeah, he's great in there. Really, really good.
I thought Ruffalo was really good actually as well.
Ruffalo's amazing in there. Jake Gyllenhaal's amazing in there. Like everyone just acting out of their socks, man. So good.
I think if I could pick any guy in the world to look like, it'd probably be Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
He's really hot. That's what I'm trying to get at.
He's really hot. Yeah, he's really hot. I told you, didn't I? Like, it was such a weird part of our holiday, but when Clara and I were in New York, we went to pick up a car. We were having a really stressful time with this new rental car. And we were driving, and I was like, we're going to have to go back to the rentals thing because I don't understand how to do this particular thing in this car. So we were going around a corner. So we just come out of the rental, gone around one block, just coming around. I was like, that guy looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. That guy is Jake Gyllenhaal. Under the window, I was like, hey, Jake, how you doing? He's like, hey, how's it going? And we just drove past, and I was like,
That's amazing.
That's fucking weird. And like, that was right at the beginning of our holiday. We had so much on that holiday. It's just like after a while, like now and again, it'd be like, remember when we saw Jake Gyllenhaal? Was that real? Does that happen, or did I dream it? It's like, no, that was real. That was real. Yeah, Fifth Publication says, does anyone know if there's a list of films planned for this? Yes. So, the next one is Popstar. Never stop, never can't stop, never stopping. Never stop, never stopping.
Never stop, never stopping.
Never stop, never stopping. That's next week. Jurassic Park the week after that, then Halloween. I'm really looking forward to watching Popstar again because I haven't watched that for so long.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's a fun one. I hope you can taste again by then.
Yeah, I'd quite like to have next time maybe have like some beer and some popcorn or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't taste anything. It's wild. It's weird.
I've never lost taste myself, so I don't know what that would be like.
This is first time for me, so I wouldn't recommend it. It's not great.
Matt K. Fry Guy says, never heard of Popstar. What kind of movie is that? The best kind.
It is.
It's kind of like half sort of fake rockumentary, so taking the piss out of like bad music documentaries, but then it just goes off and does its own ththing then as well.
We went to see it. Who all of us went to go see it in the cinema?
Yeah, it's me, you, and Joe.
Because I remember we had I don't know what happened with the PR for it, but like it was showing in one cinema in London, like a tiny little Odeon, but it was like one screening a week or something crazy. Like it just didn't really take off in the UK, and we all went to see it, and like one of the funniest films I've seen in years. Yeah,
we went to see it. It was like a bank holiday weekend, and like I think there was like 4 of us in the cinema. It was in this shitty little cinema as well in the middle of London. But yeah, just for some reason was just never on. But I'm hopefully like it's got like a second audience maybe. Like,
for sure. Anyone that sees it always says how great it is, but it's kind of like, it's hard to spread that word. But that's what we're doing here. That's what this is all about.
That's what it's all about, guys. But yeah, I think that kind of like wraps up our Prestige chat. That was great, man. I really enjoyed that. I was kind of nervous about how it would go.
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It seemed to work out pretty well. If you have any kind of tips on how we can improve it, let us know. We can implement really those.
Like if one of the tips is give away the film in the video on YouTube, we can't do that.
Can't do that, unfortunately.
Probably get in trouble for that. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, early access people, you absolute legends. Hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy. And we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye-bye.